Sarah Winchester. She was the owner, designer, the creator of the home.
What was that?
Oh, it's moving.
It's moving.
In the house, you'll see doors to walls, doors to nowhere, staircases that go to nowhere.
They call it the most haunted house in America. That is the claim. Stairs that climb straight into the ceiling. Doors that open onto solid walls. Windows built into the floor. For more than a century, one story explains all of it. A grieving widow, a medium, a curse, a house built to trap the dead. Her name is Sarah Winchester, heir to the rifle that won the West. The story says the spirits of the slain are hunting her. Build and never stop. Stop and die. So she builds, day and night, for 38 years. The money comes from a rifle that killed tens of thousands. The gun that won the West. Recently, experts go inside to test the legend. They expect to find ghosts. What they find is far more disturbing, because the haunting was never the real secret. The lie was, and it is still being told to you today. First, the story you think you know. San Jose, California. Fog rolls over the orchards. In the middle sits a mansion that should not exist. 160 rooms, 2,000 doors, 10,000 windows, 40 staircases that fold back on themselves. Crews work in shifts around the clock. Day crews under the sun. Night crews by lamplight. The hammers never stop. Neighbors say that at night, it sounds like a heartbeat. Some rooms are built, torn down, and built again. Sarah moves through the halls alone. She tests the locks. She listens for footsteps that are not her own. Every night, a bell rings at 2 a.m. The hour, they say, when the veil is thinnest. There is a room hidden at the center of the maze. 13 iron hooks line one wall. They hold nothing at all. The newspapers love her. The mad widow. The ghost lady. The woman who talks to the dead. It is a perfect story. There is only one problem. When historians go looking for proof, there is none. Her real name is Sarah. Her family calls her Sally. She is small, barely 5 feet tall. She is educated, fluent in several languages, sharp with money. Everyone who actually knows her says the same thing. Kind, clear-headed, sane. The grief is real. Her only daughter, Annie, lives just 40 days. 15 years later, her husband dies of tuberculosis. But the curse? The medium named Adam Coons? He cannot be found. No record of him in Boston. No record that Sarah ever visits a medium at all. That medium's name first appears in a book, published in 1967, 45 years after Sarah is already dead. And the endless building? In her own letters, she dismisses the workmen. She rests through the winter. She does not build to escape death. She builds because she loves it. The fortune is a myth, too. She inherits far less than the legend claims. But she is a shrewd businesswoman. She runs orchards. She sells fruit under her own label. She turns a modest sum into millions, and quietly, she gives it away. Hospitals, relief funds, all anonymous. The Mad Widow is, in truth, one of the most generous people in California. Then comes 1906, the Great Earthquake. The tower falls. The front of the house collapses inward. Sarah is trapped behind a door warped shut. She survives. Then she seals the ruined wing closed. 30 rooms. Forever. And suddenly the impossible house makes sense. The door to a fatal drop once opened onto a balcony. The quake tore it away. The stairs into the ceiling were simply closed off and never reopened. The shallow 2-inch steps were built for the arthritis crippling her joints. The many bedrooms? A woman in pain, chasing comfort? The strange windows? Light for a house too vast to reach the sun. Not madness, just a woman. An old house, and one very bad morning. So if the ghosts were never real, Who put them here? Sarah dies in her sleep in 1922, 83 years old. No curse, no reckoning, just an old woman passing quietly in the dark. And then, within 9 months, the house becomes a business. The new owners need a story. The truth does not sell tickets. Fear does. So they invent one. The mad widow, the curse, the nightly seance, and the eerie details we all repeat. Many of them are added after she is gone. Take the famous 13s, a 13th candle, clumsily added to a 12-candle chandelier, bolted on after Sarah is dead, by the people selling the tour, and the sacred seance room. The records say it was the gardener's bedroom, and the guides who tell this story today. Some of them know. One admits it plainly. They are told to repeat untruths. My heart breaks a little for Sarah. Even Harry Houdini visits at midnight to expose the tricks. He finds nothing to expose. There were never any tricks to begin with. The owners cannot afford to buy the house at first. They only lease it. But the ghost story sells so well. They own it within a decade. The lie pays for itself. This is the secret the experts expose. Not a ghost. A century-long act of erasure. A real woman. Brilliant and generous. Dissolved and replaced by a profitable ghost. She gives fortunes to hospitals anonymously. She funds an entire hospital wing. She pays her workers when no one else will, in years when families are starving. And we remember none of it. We remember only the curse we were sold. So what is the truth behind those walls? The theories split 4 ways. 1. It is real. Visitors still report cold spots, footsteps in locked halls, voices with no source. The believers say the proof is built into the walls. 2. It is physics. Old wood expands and contracts. Drafts slide through an aging frame, and the mind fills the dark with meaning. Tell someone a place is haunted, and they will find a ghost. 3. It is grief. A self-taught genius in constant pain, building her sorrow into wood and glass for 38 years. 4. The darkest theory. A deliberate scam. A dead woman's name sold knowingly for over 100 years. Billboards, films, ghost hunting shows. An entire industry built on her grief. The evidence leans hard toward the last 3, but the house refuses to fully confess. And then there is this. In 2016, workers open a wall sealed since Sarah's own lifetime. Inside, untouched wallpaper, a sink, a fireplace, forgotten for a century. Even now, the house is still keeping rooms from us. Sarah Winchester leaves no diary, no confession, no explanation. The house is the only statement she ever makes, and architecture does not come with footnotes. So here is the question that should keep you awake. If the most famous haunting in America is built to sell tickets, how many of the others are too? And the harder question, was Sarah ever running from anything at all? Or did we build the ghosts for her? Tell me your theory in the comments. What was Sarah Winchester really hiding?